Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. I'm your host God of Rogues, and today I want to talk about some important information that is regarding pretty much a lot of the information we have talked about regarding Marvel Rivals. Things that are to come or characters that are to come, possibly even maps and events that could be coming, but we'll get to all that in just a little bit. Basically, the devs over at NetEase have been adding some false information into their game, allegedly, all for the sake of catching leakers. And we're going to talk about what that information is, or what it could be, and what it would possibly mean for the future of the game. So if you like these type of videos, please like and subscribe to the page and hit that notification bell so you can be notified to all future uploads. And without further ado, let's get started. So this is an article over on Game Rant. I will leave the link in the description below. And the article is called Marvel Rivals Devs May Have Planted Fake Characters to Catch Leakers. So it says some of the recent Marvel Rivals characters leaked might be fake. It's part of a ploy, as a part of a ploy by the developers to catch leakers. A big part of Marvel Rivals' appeal is its character roster, which consists of 35 famous Marvel heroes and villains as of this rating. NetEase has promised writers that more characters will be added as the live service hero shooter continues its lifespan, with the only two official confirmed at this point being The Thing and Human Torch of the Fantastic Four. That is technically true. So here's the thing. Basically, they're saying that there's 35 characters in the game right now, with the Human Torch and Thing being the only two confirmed to be dropping to the game. But depending on how you look at this information, that may or may not be the entire truth. You see, with what we have already leaked for the game, yes, the Fantastic Four are the only characters 100% confirmed that are going to be in the game, and that's mostly because we've actually seen the character trailer that the Fantastic Four is coming to the game. However, if we look at other information that we have regarding this game, there are very likely other characters that are going to be coming. For example, I know that they said that they're dropping information, about possibly having characters coming up that could be fake, but how far would they really go to make that kind of a lie if they are doing it for the sake of catching leakers? How much information are you going to drop into the source code to say that this is what you're getting, even if that's not what you're getting? The way I see it, if you're going to be dropping that kind of information, you would most likely drop character names or references, or maybe even like a picture of a character's like weapon or something. But to make full-on models for the characters and then even put into the source code like what their moves are going to be like, I feel like that's stuff that would take way too long to fabricate, and in general would be a little overkill if you're just trying to sell an idea rather than, actually confirm what is to be. Anyway, the article goes on to say there may be many unconfirmed leaks and rumors suggesting that certain characters will be added to Marvel Rivals in the future. Among the list of names being dropped are beloved X-Men characters like Gambit, Rogue, and Jubilee, and ever popular Merc with the Mouth, Deadpool, and even the Parker Robbins version of Ghost Rider. One of the most recent Marvel Rivals leaks seems to indicate that Nightcrawler, yet another mutant who is popular with the fans of the Marvel Comics movies and animated shows, is coming to the game as a duelist. And this is a wonderful time to talk about how I feel about these leaks and what to look out for, knowing that this is a possibility, that this is allegedly what's happening. So, with the idea that there are fake leaks or fake information in the source code leading to fake leaks, I personally believe that depending on how much information there is, might tell us or key us in as to what is and is not to be 100% real. Now, I'm not going to say that that leakers are, in their right to go through the source code and say what is and isn't to come before it comes. I personally think it's cool to just be surprised. However, since I am technically a content creator, leakers, in a sense, give me more to talk about. Now, with that being said, as far as the leaks that are out, I think you should basically, decide on your own what is and is not believable. Take it with a grain of salt, take it with a bucket of salt, an entire important container of salt. it's up to you. You can take it with a whole salt mine and just assume that everything that is stated as far as leaks is 100% true, and then just play the waiting game to see what is and is not accurate later on. That is entirely up to you, and I'm not going to tell you how to do it. But I think it is nice to put pieces together as, just see how you feel about that. In my opinion, for example, we have information that we're getting Jean Grey and Emma Frost, and that information comes up fairly regularly. So, in my opinion, it's not just, oh, I heard that these characters are coming, but it's more so there's a lot of information that keeps going back to the existence of these two characters as the baseline for more information. So, to some degree, I do see that as credible enough to believe that Emma Frost and Jean Grey are in fact coming to the game. Also, the roles that they're playing make sense for those characters. Instead of just saying, oh, Emma Frost is just gonna be a healer because of her psychic abilities, blah, 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 or Phoenix is gonna be a DPS, or because she has fire abilities in the Phoenix Force. Yes, she is gonna be a DPS, allegedly, but it's not just fitting them into a role because, oh, that's what I said, but it's fitting them into a role that feels better with their characters. And also, when we have not just that, but characters with fully fleshed out movesets, I tend to believe that more. For example, they said that the only characters we have confirmed would just be Human Torch and The Thing. Technically, that is true. However, with all the information we have on Ultron, not just his design, but his entire moveset just being freaking leaked, I think that's more credibility to the idea that Ultron is coming to the game. Another example is Blade. We have lots of information about Blade in the game right now, as far as lore, how he's been captured by Dracula and all that. But we also have a full model that was pulled from the game for Blade, and that model was pulled before the season 1 even dropped. And the model looks exactly identical to the images that we have of Blade being defeated by Dracula that are in the game. So in my opinion, yes, the Thing and Human Torch are coming to the game, but they are not the only confirmed characters. I personally believe that Ultron and Blade are also considered confirmed characters because that kind of information is a little OD to just make up out of nowhere for the sake of catching leakers. And the entire Emma Frost and Jean Grey thing, there's a lot of information saying that they're coming, but it's a lot of information to make me say, oh, that would be cool, and just be like, what if they do show up? Not enough to necessarily say it's true, but that information coinciding with the idea that we're getting other X-Men, especially considering how few X-Men we do have in the game, it's a little more credibility saying, maybe this is true. Now, the characters said to be coming to the game might not actually be all the characters coming to the game, but then again, there's more credibility to the idea that some of these characters are actually coming, like Gambit and Nightcrawler, both very popular characters. Deadpool, also very popular, but Deadpool mostly because the skin that we have for Wolverine, the MCU skin, comes with a spray that is a heart or half of a heart, kind of like a locket, but it is Wolverine shaped, and the other half would very likely come from Deadpool, who would have his being the other half, the left half of the heart being Deadpool shaped, especially if he gets an MCU skin. Furthermore, aside from just that, the Deadpool movie gave huge popularity to Gambit. And if Gambit is going to be in the game, as stated, it would make more sense if not only he also gets an MCU skin, but his popularity has pretty much been skyrocketed thanks to the Deadpool and Wolverine movie, while characters beloved like Nightcrawler have had his popularity pretty much shot through the roof with the new X-Men 97 TV show continuation on Disney+. Gambit has also had a lot of love over there as well. The article says, according to Dexerto, an admin of the Marvel Rivals Discord recently sent a message stating that they believe the game's development staff have fabricated some of the Marvel Rivals character leaks by planting fake references to them in source code and allowing inside sources to spread false word of them. Now, this could easily be taken as truth, or it could just be taken as a cover-up. You could easily just say, oh, well, the information that was put in the game could possibly just be fake and just to misguide people, and that would add some kind of mystery to the game, and it would also mislead a lot of people into not knowing what is real and what is confirmed, which is going to lead to a lot more people talking about your game. And it's also going to lead to leakers saying what they have to say and basically putting themselves out there. So believe what you will, but at the same time, while you go ahead and believe what you want to believe, you also have to remember that even what you believe might be fake. And this is all assuming that what they said is accurate. This is assuming that they actually did fake some of this information, because all of this is alleged. But anyway, the way I would personally organize this, if I had to do some kind of tier list, would be confirmed characters, very likely confirmed characters, characters that are possible, then there will be characters that might not be possible, and then obviously the definite no's. While technically there is no definite no, it's all just speculation. So confirmed characters, in my opinion, will be Human Torch and the Thing, and then Blade and Ultron. Very likely characters would be Parker Robbins as Ghost Rider because of how much information we have on him. And then we would also have Emma Frost, Jean Grey, and Deadpool in that section, mostly because of what we talked about earlier. Then characters that are possible, but they're just basically maybes, would be some of the other X-Men characters. And well, mostly because, if Jean Grey and Emma Frost do show up, it would make sense for that season to be X-Men based. But since they're only coming out with two characters per season, it seems, two groups of characters per season, it wouldn't make sense for all of those characters to make it in. So I can't for sure say that every single X-Men will be in, but it's just a maybe on them in general. And then characters that I don't really think have a chance of showing up would be some of the characters that have just been leaked in name only, but we have no real information on them, like Pace Pod Pete and Locust. But hey, that's just a theory, a game theory. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.